Was he saying some Emmanuel or?
No, not really. I'm just thinking about Knuckles stuff as usual.
Just thinking about Knuckles. He misses Knuckles.
Just Knuckles things.
Just Knuckles things.
All right.
What if Knuckles just had nipples instead?
What is love?
Please refrain.
Ooh, all classic Sonic zones. These are all of the classic Sonic zones, including Mania.
Mania.
Smaller than I remember.
This is the zones in their entirety, both acts.
Oh. Smaller than I remember.
Let's do this one. I want to do this one. Sorry, I'm transitioning to a tier list.
Okay. Well, okay. We just need shit levels. First, Labyrinth Zone.
Terrible levels first. Yeah, I would put Labyrinth Zone at the very bottom. Labyrinth Zone's definitely E tier. Manuel,
Yeah.
you have lost your speaking privilege. According to Ezreal, you have lost your speaking privilege.
Hey, I'm just parroting what Ian Flynn put in one of his comics. Just Knuckles punching things with his rock hard fist nipples. Boy, chilly, isn't it?
All right, let's start from the.
Green Hill is S tier. It's always going to be S tier to me.
I actually think Green Hill is. Let's put Green Hill in A. Actually, no. Let's put it in B. I'm going to put it in B.
What?
It's going to be high B.
You guys never
it's at least. I think it has. I think there's some credit as being Green Hill Zone. But I know it's been overdone.
What'd you say?
Okay, we'll come back to it later.
People tuning in today did not expect this to happen.
Nope. Down to Nuck. Saying that Labyrinth Zone sucks so much, it has one of my favorite song tracks. Yeah, that is true. The music in Labyrinth Zone is pretty good. I will give Labyrinth Zone that. Green Hill Zone, I think Act 1 in Green Hill Zone is S tier, to be honest. Act 2 and 3, on the other hand, are... Nah, they're not amazing. They're not that great. I don't think they're bad.
I would put Mushroom Hill on B tier. I wouldn't put Green Hill on B tier, but
I could see putting Mushroom Hill on B tier. Knuckles and Batgirl are conformed. They like each other, but they don't want to admit it. I freaking like Knuckles the enchilada.
How the world's emeralds are mine.
Marble Garden Zone. I feel like that's. I want to say
Marble
either
Garden?
low, not Marble Garden, just Marble Zone. Sorry.
Just D tier.
I'm gonna put high D. I think it's an okay zone. It's pretty slow, but I don't think there's anything necessarily terribly bad with it. It's just slow.
Yeah, it like for me, like if it's congruous to like Sonic's game design, which there are at least like 3 or 2 Sonic 1 levels that are like that, it's like D tier for me.
Face down, ass up. That's the way we like to Nuck.
Not to Knux. Oh god, I started it.
What do you say, Reese?
You need to do, otherwise I'm quitting the project. Is you need to have Ice Cap Zone in S tier.
We're doing these in order. We will get to Sonic 3 when we get to Sonic 3.
Okay. Scrap Brain Zone. Scrap Brain Zone's a solid B or C.
We're not to Scrap Brain Zone yet. We're
sorry,
in Spring Yard.
Spring Yard. Sorry, that's what I meant.
Spring Yard to me is very low C. I don't think it's terrible enough to be D, but it's very, very low on the C tier to me.
Okay. Starlight is also B or C. I think
I'm putting that.
I like What?
This is my list, bitch. If you want to make your own list, I love Starlight Zone. I think all 3 acts in Starlight Zone are one.
Tier list.
One, I think all 3 acts are consistent in terms of their difficulty. They're also consistent in terms of their balance between their speed and their platforming. And 3, I think I said 1 and then 2, and then 3. I love its aesthetic, I love its music, and it's the second to last level, so it's actually relatively difficult, which has a decent amount of challenge to it. I love Starlight Zone. It's definitely my favorite zone in the entirety of Sonic 1. I think Starlight Zone is by far my favorite.
You've played your case. I will. At one point, I would still. I'm not saying Starlight Zone doesn't belong at A.
Yeah.
I think I'm still gonna harp on you about Green Hill Zone not being A, but we'll get to that when we get to it.
Okay, I am also kind of being a little unfair to Green Hill Zone just due to the whole overexposure thing, you know. So I'm being a little unfair to Green Hill Zone. I'll admit
As long as you recognize your failures.
I like it how it's all the classic levels.
Emmanuel has started streaming.
No, they are there. I was like, CD isn't there, but I just realised they are.
Say again, Reese.
They are.
I was looking at the list at the bottom, and I was like, I like it how it's all the classic levels, but CD isn't there. And then I realised CD was there. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, CD's here.
Okay. Scrap Brain Zone? Scrap Brain's like D.
I will, yeah. Scrap Brain Zone is a bullshit of a level. I hate Scrap Brain Zone so much.
Alright. Emerald Hill is like B, I guess.
I'd put that above Green Hill, to be honest. I enjoy Emerald Hill Zone quite a bit. I think it's got a nice pace. Act 1 and Act 2 are both nice, decently pace level. They're both pretty fast. They have just the right amount of length for a first zone, you know. I think Emerald Hill Zone's pretty good.
Yeah, to be fair, I haven't played a lot of these classic levels in a while.
Yeah.
So a lot of it is also partly aesthetic. Green Hill to me just has better music than Emerald Hill. Even Emerald Hill is vibrant.
Scrap Brain Zone is S+. Changed my mind.
I will change your mind. Whip this gun.
All right, Chemical Plant. I know I have had just about as equally as much overexposure to Chemical Plant as I had Green Hill Zone, but Chemical Plant is just so good. I think the classic Chemical Plant Zone is such a fun level.
Chemical Plant is good.
Like, I would put that in high A tier. It's better than Starlight Zone. It's got nice high-speed sections. It's platforming.
It is better. It is better than Starlight Zone.
Teammate.
Say what, Reese?
You just lost a teammate.
Oof. Marble Zone's actually pretty decent. Changed my mind. I didn't put Marble Zone in E tier. I feel like there was a lot of people who would put Marble Zone in E tier, and I did not, because I think it gets a little too much hate than it deserves. I don't think it's.
Yeah, it's not terrible. It's just counterintuitive to Sonic core design.
Yeah.
Aquatic. I don't remember much from Aquatic Ruin.
I'm gonna put that in
It's like
low.
B or C.
I'm gonna put that in lower B. I liked its music. I liked its aesthetic, and it's technically, it started the trend of having, you know, rewarding you in water levels by not forcing you into the water. Is something that Hydro City Zone does a lot better. But it did start that trend. Actually, I think I might put it above Green Hill Zone, to be honest, because I would argue it's the first good water level.
Okay, I would argue to keep it in B tier because we're going to get Sonic 3 and Sonic Mania levels, and they're all going to be like above these, probably. So I would keep that in mind.
Aquatic Ghosts to high C. I can kind of see high C. I do think there are some bullshit parts about its designs. There's some, you know, out of nowhere. Oh god, I completely forgot. This kind of makes me want to put it below Green Hill. There's the grounder enemies that just pop up out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah. Do we also consider the bosses in these levels or not?
I wish. No, there's a separate tier zone for, I think, bosses.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
That'd be different.
Keep it at B for now, but we may have to move it later if we get very good levels and like it's just all top heavy.
Marble Zone OST is S tier. Marble Zone has a pretty good beat. I'll admit
that. I'll agree with you on that.
One word, mosquitoes. The mosquitoes are nowhere near as bad as the grounder enemies. I fucking hate the grounder enemies. They just pop up out of nowhere. Oh, damn. I don't know what the hell that was about. My throat just choked on itself.
Oh, Casino Night Zone also, I think, is a solid C tier.
I'll put it above Spring Yard Zone because I think that it's faster. And I think it's shorter. It's shorter stages, and they're faster. The primary length of casino stages are just fucking dealing with them. I hate casino stages so much. Just dealing with the bullshit platforming stuff that they throw into these casino stages. I think Casinopolis isn't bad. Casino Night Zone, I called it Casinopolis. Casino Night Zone. Matter. I don't think it's terrible, but I think it started a terrible trend. But it's technically better than Spring Yard Zone, in my opinion.
Okay, Hilltop Zone has such a boring aesthetic to me. That alone, like, drops it a tier to me from whatever tier it belongs in.
I think it's got a nice beat though.
got Jesus Christ. It's the only time the Genesis like sound chip actually you can actually hear that's made from the Genesis.
Yeah. But I love the bullshit casino gimmicks. I hate the bullshit casino. I'm gonna put it low B tier because okay, I'll put it below Aquatic Ruin Zone because there's not really any speed sections in this level.
I would put it below Aquatic Ruin too.
It's all platforming. There's really no speed sections. I have a bias about this level. If I had my way completely, I would put it higher, but I'm just biased. I actually really, really, really like Hilltop Zone, but I don't think it's actually that great of a stage.
It's not GT, dude.
I know, but the fact that like, GT used it.
Oh my god, this guy. Yeah. Okay, fine.
Hilltop is a beat. Sky Sanctuary. We'll get to Sky Sanctuary. We're doing these in order. I actually hate Mystic Cave Zone. I don't like it at all.
I don't remember. I honestly don't remember the gameplay too much.
There is no speed in this stage at all. This stage has no speed. It's all platforming. It's dark. Its colors are boring. It has a pretty okay song. I would put it lower than Casino Night Zone.
Really?
Like, it's below Casino Night Zone. I enjoyed Casino Night Zone a little bit better because it had a bopping song, and I think its aesthetics are more pleasing. Personally,
okay, that's fair.
And Casino Night Zone is a lot shorter too. So
Oil Ocean's also there's a lot of C tier like levels in Sonic 2. I think Oil Ocean's also C.
There are certain fast parts to Mystic Cave Zone. I'm not saying the entirety of Mystic Cave Zone is slow, but
dang. Esprio just came for your life, dude.
It's not a very fast stage. There's a lot of stop and go. There's a lot of hanging on things, waiting for the stage to move in place for you, and a lot of other shit. So, what was he talking about? Oil Ocean?
Yeah, I was saying Oil Ocean's also probably C.
Yeah, I'll put it above Casino Night Zone, though. I think it's better than
that's fair.
I don't fucking understand.
Okay,
Reese is just dying in the background. I gotta put this one low D. I'm sorry. Metropolis.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. Dude, when I played
God.
I played Sonic 2 on mobile, like, a year or two ago, and this stage gave me so much fucking bullshit.
I don't think it's as bad as a lot of people make it out to be, but I think
it's worth the Scrap Brain.
Yeah, kinda. I think Scrap Brain has more bullshit parts, but I also think Scrap Brain is shorter.
Yeah.
Metropolis Zone did not need 3 acts. It did not need a lot of bullshit spots where you just run in place for no reason, you know. Dang, this man don't like Metropolis. Wow.
That's wild.
Oof. How's it going, Team Cross? Did someone say oil American noises?
America.
Did anyone play the 3DS version of the game? The 3D looks nice. Of Sonic 2? I did not, actually. I kind of wanted to, but I did not. Sky Chase Zone, I'm putting this in E. It's so boring.
Yeah.
It's one act. I'm putting it above Labyrinth Zone purely because it's 1 act long. That's it.
Yeah, that's fair.
But it is so goddamn boring.
Fortress Zone is like D or C, in my opinion.
Out of boringness, I think it's better than all these other D stages, personally, to me. But it's also really, really short in 1 act. But it's not fun. It's not hard either. I don't think it's a very difficult stage. It's very boring. I think this stage suffers from dense syndrome, though. Way too many bottomless pits.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's just a boring stage. It reminds me to run through Sonic 2.5D demo.
Dang, we really like did it to Sonic 2 though. Look all these status.
Yeah.
Dude, I feel like I have no nostalgia for Death Egg. I just remember it being annoying, personally.
It's not really a zone in Sonic 2.
I kind of just want to create a boss tier here. Because, like, I don't want to rank these because these are just boss levels. These are levels that contain nothing but a boss.
Okay, let's skip it for now.
I'm going to create... Add a row below. This doesn't mean that this is worse or anything. This is just boss.
This means it's terrible.
We'll make it... Fuck, no.
What we could probably do with the bosses is just, like, put them in order within that rank.
Yeah, that's what we'll probably do. Even though there's, like, only 3 of them.
Yeah.
Palm Tree Panic.
Palm Tree Panic is actually pretty good. I mean, the problem with CD is like its level is like the core premise of it. Mm-hmm. But in terms of like, if we were to run through each level instead, to make it fair, Palm Tree Panic is all right from what I remember. And it's like the Japanese soundtrack is so fucking good, in my opinion. US soundtrack isn't bad, but
I am indifferent between the two soundtracks. I don't listen to either one enough to have a definitive opinion between the two. So I'm just like, whatever,
Japanese,
you know. Say what?
Japanese soundtrack for me as well.
I'm gonna say like this is low key. The stages are going to be ranked by me slightly just based upon their music.
When did I play Sonic 2, Crest Fever? I played Sonic 2 when I was 2. That is not a joke. That is 100% the truth. Sonic 2 was my first ever video game. Like,
Sonic 3 was my first.
My dad, one time whenever I was visiting my father, his dad had come over because they were going through a bunch of tax return stuff, which my dad knew I would find absolutely boring because I was like 2 years old. So he took me up to his bedroom, plugged in his Sega Genesis, popped Sonic 2, and handed me the controller while they went and did taxes. And I enjoyed the hell out of it. That was my very first video game. That's what got me into Sonic from the very beginning.
Was Sonic 3 my first game, or was Sonic 3 my first game? Don't remember. Anyway, it's not about me.
I got to skip church. I did get to skip church for like every other weekend. I got to skip church whenever I was a kid. How's it going, Tiger?
Oh, shoot, Tiger. Dang. Palm Tree Panic. I feel like it deserves I feel like all the first stages in Sonic have always been consistently good.
Hate's a strong word. I just dislike all of Sonic CD's stages personally to me. I think they're all way too convoluted. They're great for what they were designed to do, I think. But what they were designed to do is not traditional Sonic. And I can't
Okay, that's fair.
I can't hate it for wanting to go outside the norm and try something new, but it's so boring for Sonic. If you play it like a normal Sonic level, they're either frustrating or short. And if you don't play it like their Sonic level, you play it like their Sonic CD level, then they're pretty alright, but at the same time, I'm just not enjoying myself with Sonic CD, but that's a completely different conversation.
Yeah, this is a completely different conversation. I don't know. I think Palm Tree Panic's a B tier.
Team Crossfever said you mean Sonic 1 Remaster. Sonic CD is Sonic 1 DLC. I like that. Palm Tree Panic, I'll put it a high B tier. I think it was alright.
Yeah.
Collision Chaos, D. Like, low D. I hate this level so goddamn much.
Do you hate it more than Wacky Workbench?
Yes, I do.
Really?
Yeah.
Wacky Workbench is so fucking annoying.
I hate it more than Wacky Workbench. I do hate Wacky Workbench, but I hate it more than Wacky Workbench.
Okay, you have to put Wacky Workbench at the same tier below like this level though.
I would actually say it's above it. Because the thing is with Wacky Workbench, it is annoying. That bouncing floor thing is the most annoying shit ever. But you don't have to worry about it at all if you just are good at the platforming. Which, to be honest, Sonic CD is not very good at conveying the platforming to you in some instances. But if you're good at the platforming in that level, that bouncing bottom floor it's not even a problem. It's not even in the equation at all. If you can platform across that level, that bouncing floor doesn't even matter. Plus, that bouncing floor is actually semi-good for time travel. Like, if you need to, like, get up to speed and just stay in one spot, find a spot with the bouncy floor and then bounce up and down, you got your speed and you can time travel. I would argue that that's actually better.
Okay, I see your point. But what do you hate so much about, like, specifically about, like, Collision Chaos? Or not Collision Chaos. Yeah, it's Collision Chaos.
Yeah, the Collision Chaos... It doesn't matter what your platforming skills are. There's bumpers everywhere. There's springs everywhere. There's things that bounce you around. It doesn't matter what your platforming skills are. You're going to run into shit, and it's going to influence how you traverse the level. It's inevitable.
I don't know. We'll get to... I think D tier is a good point for Collision Chaos.
Yeah.
Tidal Tempest is honestly better than it, though. It's like C tier or B. Not C tier.
I'm still putting in low D. I don't think. Okay, to be clear, I don't think Wacky Workbench is a good level. I'm not saying that I think it's a good level. I think it's a terribly designed level, but I hate it less than I hate Collision Chaos.
Yeah, we'll get to it in a second. Tidal Tempest, honestly, I would put above Collision. Like, actually, as a water level, it's one of the better ones.
Yeah, it's okay. I think
it's C tier.
I think it's better than. I put it low C.
Yeah.
It's a pretty okay stage. I don't think it's amazing.
I would enjoy it more than Casino Night, but I may be misremembering it.
I don't remember enjoying it all that much. I actually don't remember much about it at all. I don't think it's that memorable of a stage.
Yeah, that's true.
Sure. I don't know why I got Sonic CD when I was like 8. I was too intimidated to ever play it. Then again, I only got through the first 3 zones of Sonic 3 until I finally replaced it in my late teens. Oof.
I can relate. Collision Chaos is actually, like, if I remember, not Collision, Quartz Quadrant. The music's good. The level from Remember at least wasn't annoying. I think it was actually kind of good.
I don't remember it. I mean, to be fair, I don't remember a lot of CD stages. If a CD stage did not infuriate me, it was just not interesting enough for me to remember it. But I think Quartz Quadrant is like, besides Stardust Speedway, Quartz Quadrant is like one of the only exceptions to that, because I'm like, okay, this is just a pretty alright level. I would put that above Casino Night Zone, maybe?
It's definitely C tier.
I would argue it's C tier. I would agree. I think it's C tier. I don't think it's good enough to be B tier. I think it's, again, kind of on the little boring side. Most of the... It kind of has Aquatic Ruin Syndrome, where it throws shit at you suddenly out of nowhere.
Yeah, it definitely could have... I would have rather they remade this in Sonic Mania than, like... Well, okay, Metallic Madness was actually passing bump in music. I'll give them that.
Just real quick, I'm putting Wacky Workbench just right above Collision Chaos. They're both really low D tier, but I just hate one less than I hate the other.
Okay, that's fair. I didn't know you were actually ranking them within, like, the level, but I mean within the thing, but that makes sense.
I got Sonic Versus as a kid and beat that bitch. Oh, Sonic CD as a kid and beat that like a day. Pretty much CD in a nutshell. I don't really dislike any Sonic stages for the most part. They're most likely very few.
Okay. Stardust Speedway? That's C or B.
I would put that...
It's memorable.
It is the most memorable stage in CD. Anytime anyone mentions CD, it's almost exclusively talking about Stardust Speedway. It is arguably the only high-speed one. I think Quartz Quadrant's a pretty good high-speed stage. But...
And Paltry Panic, but it's the first level, so that's a given.
Yeah. Stardust Speedway is the definitive high-speed level in CD. I do think some of it's a little bit annoying. Some of its stage gimmicks kind of obnoxious in a way. Nowhere near as bad as others. It doesn't... I think the one thing that Stardust Speedway suffers from is a lack of flow. Yeah, just because all of the stage aesthetics and all of the gimmicks and all of the, all that, it all looks completely identical. So I get lost in that stage all the time. I have no idea where I'm at, where I'm going. And because the stage likes to throw me in a direction, I just assume that's the direction I'm supposed to go. But the stage does not make that clear.
Okay, B or C tier? That's the question.
I'd put it low B, probably above Hilltop Zone. Personally, to me.
Okay. I can get with that.
I think it's like, again, I kind of personally hate Sonic CD, but I think Stardust Speedway is like the one pretty good stage in it.
Okay.
Flow D's nuts.
Metallic Madness. Flow D's nuts. Metallic Madness. That's like C or D.
I would put that. I want to put that mid C, like between like Casino Night and Mystic Cave.
It's worse, definitely worse than Quartz Quadrant.
Yeah, I would argue it's worse than Quartz Quadrant. I think it's better than Tidal Tempest and all these other 3 stages. I think it's better than these, just in terms of, like, platforming and difficulty and all that stuff.
Yeah, the problem is that it just, like, it suffers from, like, final stage syndrome, which most Sonic games have trouble with because, Okay, yeah.
I was actually
right.
Okay, I was actually thinking about this. Actually, while Reese was playing Sonic 3 the other day, I was watching him stream Sonic 3, and I was really sitting down and I was critically thinking about the level design in Angel Island. And I was also critically thinking about all the level design in Sonic 3 in general. Personally, I prefer Sonic 3's level design to Sonic 2. I think Sonic 2 has too much of a roller coaster effect where the balance between speed and platforming is not really there. I think Sonic 3 strikes that balance a lot better.
I'm with you like 100%, honestly.
Not to say that I think Sonic 2 is bad by any means. Honestly, I think you can get some higher speeds and more of a rush in Sonic 2 than I can at Sonic 3, but that rush is just immediately stopped by some boring ass platforming. But
yeah, your Discord cutting out has gotten worse. Honestly, I think you just have to increase your threshold.
It's weird because I can hear you guys just fine.
No, the threshold only affects you. It affects like when it cuts off your voice, and I think it's just high enough that it keeps cutting you off in Discord.
Where is the threshold located at? I've got voice.
It's in your voice settings. Either it's automatic or it's manual, and you could choose between the two.
It's not the attenuation. Oh, it says automatically determine info voice settings. Here, let me. Is that a little bit better?
I can't tell. If you talk for a while, I can tell you keep cutting out.
All right, I've altered it a little bit.
Okay.
Well, co-op is very fun in Sonic 3 Knuckles. That is kind of true. I think the co-op helps Angel Island a lot. I want to put Angel Island in high S tier. I'm sorry, not high S tier, high A tier. If anything, it could still be an S tier. It would probably be a lower S tier, though.
Okay, let's get this out of the way. What is a definite S tier for you, then?
I think a definite S tier is a level that nearly perfectly strikes a balance between its speed, its platforming, and the difficulty based on its location in the game. Angel Island. Say again.
What level will do that then? Like what?
Like Ice Cap Zone. I would 100% put Ice Cap Zone in S tier. I think it's difficult enough based on its location. You get a lot of really great speed out of it. Its platforming doesn't break it up too much. I would definitely put Ice Cap Zone in S tier. I think Studiopolis is S tier. I think that's a pretty high S tier stage.
Okay.
Another S tier stage I would probably put is maybe Lava Reef Zone and maybe Sonic Mania's Chemical Plant. I might put those in S tier.
Okay, Sonic Mania's Chemical Plant pretty good.
There is no zone to satisfy.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, Angel Island is really, like, I know, like, we have bias because Angel Island's the first zone and it's very memorable and a bunch of other shit.
Here's the reason I'm putting Angel Island in A tier. It lacks speed. Like, I think it's easy enough. It's got really good platforming. It's got great aesthetic, great music. It almost has everything perfect enough to be S tier. It doesn't have a lot of speed. Its speedy areas, its speed sections are very far and few between, and they're very, very short. I think Angel Island just doesn't have any speed compared to other levels. Especially other levels in Sonic 3. There's a lot of levels, like, for example, Hydro City Zone, however you pronounce it.
Even Marble Garden.
Those have really good speed sections in them. Angel Island kind of doesn't.
It doesn't. Like,
I'm
think,
sorry.
honestly...
The starting section does, that's about it.
Yeah, the starting section does. That's about it. I would agree with that.
The plane chase section.
Yeah.
The bombing section.
That's...
okay, I see your point.
That's the only thing keeping Angel Island from S tier for me. It could still be an S tier. I would kind of be okay with putting it in low S tier, but it's lacking speed. It doesn't have really any speed. You can beat it quickly, but that does not mean that the stage is a very fast stage.
Okay, that's fair. Like, I think because like Sonic 2 was probably one of my first games, it just has a really good impression of me. So for me, it's like instant S tier. But you actually played your case really well on that one. I agree with you.
Hydro City,
I don't think it's worse for that.
Yeah. Hydro City, I think I would also put it in A tier. Honestly, I would put a lot of Sonic 3 stages in A or B tier.
Hydro City is like on par with Sonic with like Angel Island, if not a bit better in many areas. It has better speed.
Yeah.
I'll give it that much.
I think it has better speed. I think for the second level in the game, if you fail a speedy section and you fall into the water is a little too punishing for being the second level in the game. I think that is probably what's keeping me from putting it above Angel Island Zone. But even then, I don't think its water sections are all that bad. And if you are good enough, you can stay out of them. But being the second level, if you do fail and you fall directly into the water, I feel like the water sections are a little tough for being the second level in the game.
Well, then again, Chemical Plant had that too.
Not really.
No, well, there's the infamous climbing section.
Yeah, there's that infamous climbing section, but you can skip it, and that isn't really... You have to go through that regardless... Unless you use that one skip, you have to go through that regardless of, your skill level. Right. Unless you use the skips, you have to go through that part regardless of your skill level. The level forces you through that.
I was about to mention on stream as well. Because I think this ever might do this, where we go and play the old Sonic games at the same time and race each other through it.
Oh yeah,
we should do that.
Just to take a short break. That's something. If you guys want us to do, we were thinking about doing that. We were racing old Sonic games. We were thinking about doing that during a stream. I would love to do that. Reese put forth the idea. Yeah, it was Reese's idea. I love the idea. He says he wants to do it. I would love to race some classic Sonic games. I don't need speed for S tier. It's Angel Island. It's just exciting and pulls you in. Never seen before stuff in a game back then. That is true, but flashiness isn't everything. If flashiness was everything, or not everything, if flashiness pulled a lot more, I've never actually played Chaotix. I can't. Neither have I. I want to play Chaotix.
I played Chaotix before I played Sonic 2, if you believe me. Well, okay, not before I completed Sonic 2.
It has the jungle swings. It does have the jungle swings. Okay, you've convinced me. That's A tier. Angel Island's A tier because it has the jungle swings in it. Or it's S tier. It's got swings in
it. Be still my heart. Okay, Marble Garden Zone. Okay, Marble Garden Zone's always been a letdown to me whenever I get to the stage.
I actually really like Marble Garden Zone.
I like Marble Garden. I just like how weirdly different it is because it's very vertical.
The one problem with Marble Garden Zone are the tops. And I personally didn't have a problem with the tops. I thought they were okay. I don't think they're that great of a mechanic, but I thought they were at the very least just okay. But everything else about the zone I loved. But the entirety of Sonic 3 and Knuckles in S tier, I don't think I would go that far.
I'm not trying to be like, usually I'm functional for form, but like I don't know why. Like, I guess with Sonic 3, because I played them at a relatively young age, I do have like an actual emotional connection in a lot of these stages. Mm-hmm. I don't know why I'm not telling you to change it. Marble Garden's just always been relatively boring to me because I guess the aesthetic and the music has just been like a letdown compared to the first two. I'm not saying they're bad. And it's definitely personal taste.
I'm not
stream, didn't you?
Say again, Reese.
Oh, no, Emmanuel was there, but I don't think you were listening to my stream.
Oh yeah, you changed the music.
Yeah, I downloaded a mod that changed the music, and everything was a banger.
I'm not a huge music person, but if a song can play the bass just right, I love it. And to me, Marble Garden Zone has that right bass.
Every time I hear Marble Garden, I hear the fan song Knuckle Duster. Always stuck in my head.
I love Marble Garden's aesthetic. I love its music. It's got a lot of nice, like, loopy ramps. It feels like you're climbing a mountain. Unlike Hilltop Zone has the aesthetic of mountain climbing. But Marble Garden Zone, to me, has the feel of mountain climbing, and I really love it.
Hilltop more so feels like you're going through, like, mountainous caves. Like, you're going through, like, a mine network, which Sonic GT nails. Yeah. But
Michael Jackson was involved in some Sonic 3. Yeah, everyone knows that.
Yeah. Okay, Carnival Night, I guess. Honestly, I would put Carnival Night at B.
I would put that at high B. I would agree. I think that's higher B. It's got a lot of pretty good speed sections. Out of all of the casino stages, I was mentioning this to Reese yesterday, I think it's probably the best of the casino type stages.
Yes.
Just because no major Other than the Barrel of Doom, I will agree the Barrel of Doom was really, really dumb and improperly introduced. It did get me. Other than the Barrel of Doom, there are really no pinball casino-esque gimmicks that the stage relies on that like requires you to really understand and learn to like get through or have to like properly dance around. There is some minor dancing, there is some avoiding of like bumpers and stuff, but the punishment for hitting bumpers and the punishment for, you know, messing up and hitting some of the stage casino interactable stuff isn't really all that punishing. It'll stop you for a few seconds, but other than that, you can just get right back where you were going. I think it's probably the best of the casino-esque stages, personally, to me.
It has cool aesthetics too. The enemies are relatively cool, like the clams that launch you upwards. They're awesome.
Yeah, I hate the circus. I hate the circus aesthetic. I don't like the circus feel. I hate clowns and all that stuff. But Carnival Night Zone, I like it. I like Carnival Night Zone.
Okay, let's get the one everyone loves out of the way.
Oh yeah, that is also another thing Team Cross mentioned. Marble Garden has one of the coolest Eggman boss fights ever. If you're playing co-op,
That's true.
One of my favorite bosses, which makes me wish that there was a boss tier list. I think there is, but I'm gonna have to look for it. The Barrow was unfortunate. Ice Cap Zone, S tier.
Yes.
Yeah.
At the top, my dude. Come on.
Moving on. I'm assuming this is launch base zone. It's got a picture of Big Arm.
Yeah, it's launch base.
Yeah, I love it how we didn't even explain Ice Cap Zone, just S tier.
Well, we could if you want.
No, it doesn't need explained. It's S tier. Launch base zone. I want to put that. I don't know if I want to put that above or below Hydro City. I'm going to put it below Hydro City zone.
It's below.
It's got a lot of good flow to it, a lot of good speed, a lot of good platforming. It's got some pretty good difficulty. I don't like the aesthetic or the music though.
Yeah, that's I know it's dumb, but that's like the main thing. And other than like final level syndrome, sort of like in terms of relatively final levels, it's actually really up there.
Yeah, I think like Sonic 3 as a standalone. I think it's easy. It's kind of easy in terms of like final zones, but it's still difficult compared to the levels that came before it, and it's still pretty fun.
Yeah, like this sounds weird, but like I don't think Sonic games necessarily have to be hard.
I really enjoy launch base.
Yeah, launch base zone out of all the final stages is really enjoyable to me. I like the idea of its aesthetic. Don't get me wrong here, Team Crossfever.
Yeah, it's a good aesthetic style.
I like the style.
Choice.
Say again.
I'm trying to think of the right word because it's a pivotal moment,
like
in Sonic 3 story.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
I like launch base's aesthetic conceptually, and what it told in terms of the narrative storytelling. But God, I find it butt ugly. All the bright yellows and the purples and the water mixed in with that, it's really, really not good looking to me, and I don't like looking at it.
Yeah, when I had the game on a virtual console on the Wii, I only had Sonic 3, so this was like the final stage for me. It was always a letdown because I knew there was more out there. I just didn't have money.
I didn't play Sonic and Knuckles until a few years after I played Sonic 3. My dad played Sonic 2 and Sonic 1 with me. Him and I would sit down and play those games whenever I was really, really young. And those were some of my first and favorite bonding experiences with him. But eventually he realized I really, really, really liked the Sonic game, so he actually bought a used copy of Sonic 3. That's actually what this here is. This is the same copy of Sonic 3. And
Damn.
These two. This copy of Sonic. All of these are all the original copies I had since childhood. But he didn't get me Sonic and Knuckles until years after he got me Sonic 3. Because he didn't know it existed. I didn't know it existed until I had a cousin tell me about it. I'm like, oh yeah, I need Sonic and Knuckles now.
And then you gotta get that giant black brick.
Yeah. I think I was like 7 whenever I finally played Sonic 3 and Knuckles combined. To move on, Mushroom Hill Zone.
It's not bad.
I want to put it
at all
below, like low A tier. I think it's pretty low on the A tier.
Okay. Well, let's think about this. What do we not like with the level?
Okay, if we're playing Sonic and Knuckles by itself, I think it's pretty... It kind of has that same problem with Angel Island Zone, where it's pretty low on the speed. It actually has more speed than Angel Island Zone. I would argue it has way more speed than Angel Island Zone.
I can see that.
As a midway level, if you're talking about Sonic 3 and Knuckles, it's painstakingly easy. It's way too easy for a midway level. I'm not a big fan of mushrooms. I don't know why. I don't like mushrooms, obviously, in terms of their taste and eating them. I wouldn't eat these mushrooms because these look poisonous and psychedelic.
Yeah.
But I don't like that. I think the music is okay. I don't like the instruments used in them, but I think the theme itself is pretty good. I mean, it's an okay stage. It's got pretty decent platforming. Its gimmicks are non-intrusive.
I do like the boss. Well, the vines
The
that grab
bosses-
you, they're not intrusive, but they do technically slow you down.
Yeah, but usually, well, yeah, the vines that grab you do slow you down. I think those are a little dumb, but all the other gimmicks and stuff are pretty alright. Don't let Mario PTSD stop you from making it S tier. Yeah, that is another thing. The whole mushroom thing is very Mario-esque. But yeah,
I also did like the seasonal change. It was weird and came out of nowhere, but I liked it.
That was really cool. I always took that as like the season changing based on like the pollution that Eggman's outputting in the area.
Yeah, like
the
it
environment.
almost looks like
changing too.
ash.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's pretty A tier. Yeah, I was gonna say like it's pretty.
I'm gonna put it in A tier. I don't know if I would. I don't think I would put it above Chemical Plant Zone. I could maybe put it above Starlight Zone. Maybe.
I would put it above Starlight personally, but that's because it's no fair. Sonic 3 just has a better aesthetic than Sonic 1.
That's true. I like Starlight Zone's aesthetic and I like its gameplay better. But I think that overall I think Mushroom Hill is a better stage.
Not by much.
Flying Battery Zone, F. E tier. Terrible.
Okay.
I hate this zone so much. It's the one zone in the entire game I actively hate. I don't like this zone at all. I hate its aesthetic. I hate its song. I hate its flow. I don't like its platforming. Everything about this stage infuriates me. It is so dumb. I hated when it came back in Sonic Mania. I think it's better in Sonic Mania, but I don't like this stage at all. It's boring. To me.
Okay,
sorry.
can I say two things?
Go ahead.
One, music.
I hate the music. I hate it. Music is subjective, obviously.
Okay. Sorry. Okay.
So I'm not gonna say you're stupid for liking the song. I think you're okay for liking the song.
He thinks I'm about average intelligence. That's fair.
And what was the other thing he was gonna say?
I was just gonna say that like I did actually. So the way I played Sonic and Knuckles was via an old game service called Game Tap. Long story short, like this was the stage I always got stuck on because I was like 8 and dumb. So, dang, actually, you were like 7. You probably completed Sonic 3. So I'm just a dumb gamer. But like I agree, it's not a good stage. But I'm not putting it down there with like...
I'm not putting it in E. I'm joking. I'm not going to put it in E, but I ain't putting it in no A. And I'm probably not even going to put it in B tier. I would honestly put it in like high C.
It's like high C.
Here's the thing. In Sonic 3 and Knuckles, once you get to Mushroom Hill Zone, if you don't get all the emeralds in Mushroom Hill Zone, you're basically left for dead in a Flying Battery. You basically, I can only ever think of like 1, maybe 2 super rings. You are left bone dry in Flying Battery Zone.
Wait, you like Oil Ocean more than Quartz Quadrant? Okay.
Yeah, I would argue I like Oil Ocean more. I also have more nostalgic attachment to it. I didn't play CD until I was in college.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
You can put it in E, bro. I'm not going to put it in E. I don't think it's bad enough to warrant putting in E. I hate all of these other stages more than I hate this zone. But it's 100% my least favorite Sonic 3 and Knuckles zone of all time. I think
that placement is justified.
Say what, Reese?
This tier list is upsetting me. I'm just quitting.
This tier list is upsetting you. Oh, do you like Flying Battery?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm not gonna lie, whenever I played through Sonic Mania the first time and I saw Flying Battery, I let out a verbal groan. I'm like, oh god, I have to play through Flying Battery again.
Shit. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, Sandopolis?
I would put that in mid B. I think it was better. It's got some high speed sections. Its platforming wasn't as annoying. I don't care for Act 2. I don't think Act 2 is all that great.
Act 2 itself is C.
I would, if I could split these in half, I would agree. I would put Act 2 in C. But I would probably put, like, Sandopolis here.
I put it below, like...
This is an amazing dev stream.
This is an amazing dev stream.
I would put it below Stardust Speedway.
B
tier's all right though.
Yeah, I would put it here personally.
Just a tier list on what level we're going to be porting to the engine.
Don't tell them. Okay, when it comes to Sonic 2 and Sonic 3 and Knuckles, the stages will be A or S or some B. Yeah, honestly, I would not put any more Sonic 3. The rest of these Sonic 3 stages, they're going in like A or S. I would not put any more in B.
Yeah, like
Carnival Night Zone and Sandopolis are pretty much the only B stages to me.
Yeah, for different reasons.
Yeah.
Mainly his personal vendetta against clowns.
Yeah, I do have a personal vendetta.
Thank
God there are no clowns in Carnival Night Zone. If there were clowns in Carnival Night Zone, I guarantee I would put it in C tier. I'm sorry.
Part of the reason I didn't finish Sonic 2 when I was a kid is because I always got scared of the spiders or the grabbers and chemical plants. I never made it past that level.
Oh, that's understandable. I thought they were funny looking. I hate spiders even as a kid, but I thought they were funny looking. I would put
not for me.
Okay, Lava Reef Zone below Ice Cap, but still S tier.
Okay, I don't know because like hot and cold, you know.
Okay, not including Sky Sanctuary. Sky Sanctuary is in this weird limbo to me. To me, it's both, a stage and not a stage. It's like a victory round stage to me.
Yeah.
So, taking that into account, that would make Lava Reef Zone the second to last stage, which means that in terms of its difficulty, I think that it's in a great spot. It's got a lot of really interesting high speed sections, some
cool music,
some bopping music. I think it's got some of the best soundtrack, only beat out by Ice Cap Zone.
You take that back.
Its platforming is really, really great, and I like a lot of its stage gimmicks too. The whole rolling ball chasing you around, the partway boss or the whatever that like drills around the ground.
Yeah,
that's really cool. The lava spouts and all that stuff. And I think Act 2 is also really, really beautiful. And the fact that, you meet Knuckles and he beats the shit out of you and you have to go and fight a boss. I think the Act 2 boss, I don't think it's a good boss, but I like it because it's kind of funny.
I like the beginning of it and like the story implications of it. It's like, oh shit, Death Egg.
I think it's funny you put Lava Reef in S. You would too? Okay, that's fair. I love Lava Reef Zone. I think it's got a really good theme. I like its aesthetic. It's a volcano. I think volcanoes are cool. I don't know. I'm putting it in S tier. To me, it's a really great stage.
It belongs in S tier.
I can't think of anything about either Act 1 or 2 that I disliked. Everything is either just I'm okay with it or I absolutely love it. Question from Michael.
Before we get to that,
yeah,
can we ban Esrio? He called me a puss.
Dang, Emmanuel is kind of a puss. Oh, dang. I mean, you were scared of the chemical plant spiders, so I mean.
Yeah, man, bro, they're weird looking in 2D.
just pull out the spiders. Woo! Michael said, "Okay, question: is a Sonic model Infinity Engine rigged? The animated into Blender? You can export it. You can export it. The one that we have in 3 and Knuckles is not the best. I believe Reese fixed it up in our current version.
We can send them to you if you want.
Yeah, we could export them and just make them public in the server. I'm not against that. But we'll do that later, probably sometime after this.
Sure.
Sky Sanctuary Zone. I would put that. I don't know. Like I said, to me, that's a victory round stage.
It's like A still.
I would put it on either low S or high A. Like, I love its aesthetic. I love its music. It is only 1 act long. However, It's got 3 bosses back to back. Its platforming is non-intrusive, really interesting and fun. And you're like I said, it's a victory round stage. It's got a lot of the cool cinematic spots to it.
Fizz, question.
What?
Do you like it more than Hydro City Zone?
Kind of.
Yeah.
I would argue I do. The only reason I would say that is in terms of their gameplay, I think they're about the same, but I like its aesthetic more than I like Hydro City, though.
Really?
Yeah, I think it has a more fun aesthetic, which is weird because I'm actually afraid of heights. I don't know. I think I like it better than Hydro City. But then again, I also like Marble Garden better than Hydro City, so, you know.
Okay, well, with this? Do you like the stage more than Marble Garden?
Yes. I would argue that I like it better than Marble Garden.
Okay. The only reason I would have put up here is because they're about to get fucking a lot of Mania stages.
That's true. Although, to be fair, I wouldn't put a whole lot of Mania stages in S tier. A couple of them I would, but not all of them. Death Egg Zone, I'm going to put that in high A or low S.
Really? I would put that below, like, because it suffers slightly still from like the whole final level thing. I would put it below Marble Garden or even like.
What do you mean City. Final level thing? Because it's the final level. It's meant to be hard. It has to be difficult.
But like usually the problem is that final levels run up to a problem where they're difficult to the point where they impede upon the core aspects of the gameplay of Sonic games.
Fizz jumps, the fear intensifies. Oh, did I jump? I'm sorry.
Did he jump?
I don't remember. What did you say?
I was just saying, like, often. I'm not saying Death Egg Zone is actually pretty good for pretty good final level. The problem is that, like, usually final levels.
He was joking about my fear of heights.
Oh.
I just realized that's my fear of heights joke.
Okay. Dang, we're slow.
Yeah. I only had like 5 hours of sleep. I'm sorry. I'm doing this because I'm bored. Honestly, the stream would have ended like an hour ago, but I'm like, I'm bored as fuck. I want to do a tier list because I've had 5 hours of sleep. Fuck you.
Yeah.
It's the only reason I'm doing tier lists right now. That has to be the most epic final stage in Sonic ever. Yeah, I know. That's why I kind of want to put it in S tier, just because it's one of the most epic stages. Some people don't like the anti-gravity gimmick. I enjoy and love anti-gravity gimmicks if it's done right. To me, Sonic 3 and Knuckles did it perfectly. I think it's just got the right amount of difficulty. None of the difficulty is bullshit. Every time I die to something, or something hits me or whatever, it's because I can like 9 times out of 10 I can recognize it's because I fucked up somewhere. Like, oh, I jumped at the wrong time, or I did the wrong, like ran across this at the wrong time, or whatever. Or I just misinterpreted the situation. 9 times out of 10, if I fuck up and die somewhere in Death Egg Zone, it's my fault. I don't feel like the level fucked me up in any way. So I'm actually going to put that at the very top. I'm going to put that in low S tier.
Even with the rings.
What about the ring? Oh, honestly, that one thing, you can skip most of them, actually. Most of them can be skipped. You don't have to go through them. But if you don't manage to skip them, yeah, they're kind of boring. But there are actually so few of them in the stage that I don't really see this.
There's 3, I think.
Yeah, that's like 3. Versus, Marble Garden has like 6 to 7 tops placed around everywhere, if not more.
Yeah, but at least they're interactive,
The yellow ring has a cool effect. I mean, most Sonic games I've played, it's usually your fault.
It's usually your fault.
More tier lists. I don't stream as often as I would like to. I'd like to stream more frequently. Oh, next year I'm going to start streaming Breath of the Wild. That's something.
Uh-oh.
Next year I'm going to start playing through Breath of the Wild again from the beginning. Other than that, we do dev streams, and we also like to do fan games every Friday, which we're bringing back. We did it last Friday. We're going to do it again this Friday.
Sonic SmackDown again? Oh, yeah.
I'm putting Doomsday Zone above Death Egg Zone. I actually hate Death Egg Zone, not going to lie.
Yeah.
Why don't you get Craftopia instead? Craftopia? What? I don't get that joke.
What is Craftopia?
Is that
I've never heard of that.
I've never heard of it either.
Okay. We're about to front load the SNA tier, boys.
You should look it up. All right, I'll look it up. All right, I'm gonna put Green Hill Zone Sonic Mania.
That's A tier.
Yeah, that's A tier. I'm putting that above Mushroom Hill Zone.
Now
It's
that's
better
your
than chemical. It's better than Chemical Plant 2, in my opinion.
I'm on the edge. I'm kind of wanting to agree with you. I think it could be better than Chemical Plant, but I'm not entirely sure yet. Okay, what makes you think that it's better than Chemical Plant?
Okay, so for one, like I said, the vertical section, like they're just a pace killer. Like Green Hill doesn't have any of that.
Mm-hmm.
This
But
is
that
a
only
cop
happens. That happens once in Chemical Plants. It only happens one time.
But if
and
we're
you
splitting
can skip
hairs,
it.
we got to count the hairs.
That's true. We do have to count the hairs, but we have to count the hairs for how much they weigh. Okay. You have to count for how much they weigh. If you're gonna count them, you have to count their weight too.
Okay, so there's that. Mania has two songs for every zone, so Green Hill Zone has 2 bumping soundtracks.
True.
2 bumping songs.
I did think of one thing that will probably put it above here. Green Hill Zone and Mania has a couple of water sections, which honestly, I mean, they're not bad water sections. They flesh out Green Hill Zone as a location better, and you can do really weird shit like setting the bridges and the stuff on fire with flame shields.
That too.
There's obviously this is going to be a little unfair because Mania has so much more attention to detail to small shit like this that it makes those levels so much better. So it's a tiny bit unfair, but things like that make me just have a more fun time when I go through Mania's Green Hill Zone. So if you're afraid of it being above ground, by above ground level, what happens when you're below ground level? Do you have reverse fear? Yeah, that's what it is. It's called claustrophobia, actually. No, I'm kidding. What was you saying, Manu?
Super unafraid. What were you saying, Reese?
I don't know.
Oh, I thought someone was saying something. Chemical Plant Zone.
Act 2. I mean, okay, Act 1 is good. Act 2 is like all S tier.
Okay, hold
Act
on.
1 is mostly S tier.
One minor improvement. I'm going to put this above Launch Base Zone. I think it's better than Launch Base Zone.
Okay, yeah.
And honestly, I would also probably put Chemical Plant above Launch Base Zone, to be honest. But
yeah, actually, do it.
This Chemical Plant, Mania Chemical Plant. I want to say, I kind of do want to say S tier.
Dude, that's like above Launch Base Zone, in my opinion.
I would put that above Sky Sanctuary.
Yeah, okay. Don't put it above Angel Island. Don't you do it.
I was originally going to put Angel Island in low S tier. I was wanting to put Angel Island in low S tier. And I might still do it.
You can't.
It's low S tier now. Fuck you.
No. Damn it. Fuck.
He's quitting.
Okay, it's an S tier. I can't.
It is an S tier. I have moved it from A tier to S tier. Chemical Plant Act 2 in Mania is a vibe. That's true. I agree with that one.
Holy shit, yeah.
Studiopolis, I would put that. I'm wanting to say maybe above Lava Reef Zone. It's around the Lava Reef Zone area.
I'll put it. Damn it, because then we're gonna put Mania like Lava Reef.
I do like Mania's Lava Reef Zone. I like it equally as much as the original Lava Reef Zone. I don't think it's necessarily better, but I don't think it's worse by any means whatsoever.
I think it's better personally. Like, holy shit, Act 2's music.
That's true. Act 2's music is really good. It's got a lot of really good themes and aesthetic, but also kind of pulls in a couple of gimmicks from previous stages, like from Quartz Quadrant, that I don't care for.
Dude, I actually kind of like them because, like, they're usually bottom stage stuff that you run into if you mess up, and it's just kind of a cool distraction. Personally.
All right. I'm just gonna put it above the Lava Reef Zone for now. To me, I think they're actually equal. Flying Battery Zone. I'm gonna put this in low A tier. Really? I think it's better than the other Flying Battery Zone. It's got a lot more high face sections. Its platforming isn't that intrusive, and it's got a lot of really cool stage gimmicks and stuff. But it's still a low point in Mania to me.
I would okay. Don't change it. I'm just gonna say personally, I would put this above Launch Base Zone, but that's just because I actually like I just like how it works. I've died a couple of times actually playing it myself, and I noticed that. But usually, it felt like one time was bullshit.
The only times I ever die in that stage, it's usually bullshit, and it's almost always because of a bottomless pit. Keep in mind, I don't die on that stage anywhere near as much as I do in the original Launch Base Zone. Flying Battery Zone. I die way less in the Mania version than I do in the original version. but it's almost exclusively to bottomless pits, which
Okay.
is really stupid to me. All right, back on y'all so-called race event plans. How do you all race in a Sonic game with actual multiplayer versus? We would do one of two things. If it's possible, we would use...
No, that's the wrong question. He's propositioning us to play Sonic Battle R.
Oh, like...
He said, how about?
We play Sonic Battle R all the time. We play it like...
We played it last Friday.
Yeah, we're probably going to play it again this Friday, too. Like, Sonic Battle R, back whenever we did Fan Game Fridays frequently, it was like, we would play a few games and we'd play Sonic Battle R. It was like the one thing we always played because we could play it together. No, not that one.
Hmm?
Definitely not that
Wait.
one. What other Sonic? I mean, there's Sonic Smackdown, which we could maybe play a little more frequently. I wouldn't be against it. It's not my favorite.
Okay,
though.
to be fair, I personally like playing Sonic Smackdown a bit, like more than Sonic like Battle R. I'm not sure why. I think I just like beating Reese's ass. So other than that,
Oof.
oh, and your ass too, Fizz.
Say again. What'd you
You
say?
said yours too.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I personally get more excitement like playing SmackDown, but that's because it's just tighter, and that's just because it's a fighting game.
I gotta really
janky
use the
fighting
restroom.
game.
I'm gonna be right back.
All right,
Give me 1 second.
is he gone? Okay,
Yeah.
quick while he's gone. Okay, Sonic 3. Okay, Angel Island Zone. Top of S tier, obviously. What else? Let's see. Freaking Team Crush are not wrong. You're not wrong, but I never actually played those games, so you're not wrong.
What?
Flying Battery, I would put at like, shoot, I would put it like right below. I would put it below Green Hill, like Mania Green Hill. Yeah, that's where I would put it personally. Maybe a below Chemical Plant Zone, but I'm not sure. What else do I just disagree with? Studiopolis, I feel like is overrated. Act 2 is a fucking bop, though. I would put it below. Oh, shit, he's back. Okay.
Sorry.
Emmanuel was talking smack about you.
Of course he was.
I said you look like a blind bitch.
I probably do.
The only thing I said that was noteworthy, other than like, I just said Studiopolis, in my opinion, is a bit overrated.
I enjoy it. And
It's good level.
I like its music. Like it's a fucking bop. I just realized we could also play Sonic Mania multiplayer.
Yeah,
Like
that's something I was
Mania
testing out.
versus and
You can remote play it. We don't all even have to own it technically.
Now where am I going
Well,
with
the
this?
remote
Play
player
Sonic
never got
Fusion.
to
That
work.
sounds familiar. Where have I heard Sonic Fusion before?
Sonic Fusion?
We'll
We'll look into it. We'll look at it after this.
Yeah. Let's continue this real quick because we're almost done. Press Garden Zone. I'm gonna put this in low A tier. I'm gonna put it
Really?
like above Mushroom Hill Zone, but I actually didn't really enjoy. Okay, let me specify. I didn't enjoy Act 2 of Press Garden Zone. I loved Act 1. I thought that was a really fun stage. Act 2, I didn't care for its aesthetics. I didn't care for its music. It had some pretty okay stage gimmicks. I didn't really care for the platforming too much. It was just an alright stage to me. I don't think it's bad by any means. There really isn't anything that really drags it down other than, the aesthetics. But I didn't find it to be a very fun stage to play through, personally.
You worse than Launch Base?
No, probably not worse than Launch Base, but I'm also biased.
Okay, that's fair. It's Sonic 3 versus a newer game.
Yeah, I'm heavily biased. I have a terrible bias against Launch Base Zone. I'm sorry, not... You said Launch Base, and I thought Flying Battery. Yeah, I could... I'm going to put it equal. I'm putting it equal on Launch Base Zone. In Launch Base Zone are equal to me.
Okay, that's fair.
Play Sonic amidst domestic violence.
Oh, yeah. Time to get the Glock.
Mania Stardust Speedway. I want to put that in high A tier.
It's on par with Hydro City, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think that's pretty fair. It has some of the same problems that the original Stardust Speedway does, but I think it's also improved on a lot of them. It's still really, really fun. I think it's got a lot of you know, aesthetical improvements. Posted Sonic Fusion clip in the Discord. Alrighty then.
All right. Wait, you're looking at it right now?
No, I'm not gonna look at it right now. I just didn't know
Okay.
which I didn't know which Discord specifically.
Completely not working.
Okay.
Sonic Mania Hydro City Zone. I'm actually gonna put that below Sonic 3's Hydro City Zone.
You know what? Now that I think about that, that is valid.
I don't know if I would put it below Sonic Mania's Green Hill Zone. I might actually. I might put it below Sonic Mania's Green Hill Zone. It's not a bad stage. I think it's actually a pretty good stage, but I don't think it recaptures what it is about Hydro City Zone everyone likes.
Yeah.
In terms of its
the boat
gameplay.
zone was kind of weird but interesting. The bubble thing was kind of like the gimmicks they add are interesting and in some ways a bit inspired. But I mean,
yeah,
if they kept in the donkey going yeah when he launched off the hand, S tier automatically.
Yeah. Like there's also like a lot of the water current stuff, the fact that, you know, a lot of the platforming. I don't feel like, unlike a lot of the other Mania stages, I don't feel like the platforming in this level was actually inspired from the original Hydro City Zone. I really don't. I play this, I see Hydro City Zone, I hear Hydro City Zone, but I don't feel Hydro City Zone. There's just something about it. I'm like, It's a good stage though. I think it's a great stage. Just it's not Hydro City Zone.
And it's not bad. It's not as good as the original, but it's not.
No, it's nowhere near a bad stage. I don't think it's bad at all. But
yeah,
it's not as good as the original, and I don't think it. It's one of the few stages in the entire game of Sonic Mania that I feel did not manage to recapture the original stage's feel,
or surpass it.
Yeah, or surpass it. But to move on, this is going to be a really hard stage to rank because the encore mode of this stage, what is it called? Mirage Saloon.
Yeah, Mirage Saloon.
I love the encore stage. The encore stage is amazing, but the non-encore stage is only half good because Act 2 is great and Act 1 is shit.
Okay, to be fair, partway through Act 1, you get on the train at least.
Yeah, partway through Act 1, you do get on the train. I feel like that's pretty fair, but that train section is insanely short. So it's not like you spend a great deal of it on the train.
Personally, I didn't mind the flying section that much. It's not as good as like actually playing a regular level, but wasn't like okay. I haven't played Sky Chase that much, but at least the music's much better and like it doesn't feel shitty.
Yeah, I'm putting it.
It's still probably A tier.
It's definitely A tier because its encore mode is amazing.
Okay, what about this? Is it worse than Chemical Plant?
I think where I have it right now is where I want it currently. I would put it worse than Chemical Plant. My problem with the encore mode is that Act 1 is designed in the aesthetic and the way that, you know, the Knuckles version of Act 1 is designed, which is great for Knuckles, but really kind of annoying for everyone else. It's a very vertical stage, which is really annoying for anyone that isn't Knuckles.
You also get the Knuckles version, which, I mean, we're not counting Knuckles like sections, but Knuckles gets his own like actual level.
He gets his own Act 1.
Which does deserve some credit.
Yeah. But the Act 1 of the Encore mode is heavily inspired by that Act 1, which makes it a very vertical stage, which is kind of annoying to go across. Like, a lot of the stage gimmicks in Act 2 of Mirage Saloon were reused in Act 1 of Encore Mirage Saloon, and they're great for gaining some vertical height, but designing the entire stage around that is a little bit annoying.
And, you know, that's fair. I think that's a good placement. I don't think it's better than Green Hill, in my opinion.
I don't think it's better than Green Hill. If it wasn't for Act 1, both in terms of Encore and in terms of the non-Encore mode, if Act 1 was entirely different, I would probably put it a lot higher. But as it stands now, I think it's S tier. I'm sorry, it's like mid to high A tier.
I would put Oil Ocean below Press Garden, personally.
I want to put it above Mirage Saloon.
Really?
Yeah, just because I feel like, again, unlike Mirage Saloon and unlike Press Garden, you get a more consistent feel throughout the entire game. Throughout the entire level. That, and obviously it has that same attention to detail with, like lighting the oil on fire.
On fire,
and
oh, God.
I think Act 2 did the ghost gimmick of Sandopolis Act 2 better. And it's also a lot less creepier. Personally to me. But like, it doesn't immediately punish you by throwing a bunch of ghosts that can hurt you and take all of your rings away. It just slowly, gradually drains your rings. And it also helps that you can offset that by, just bum rushing the level and collecting rings as you go along. And I don't think you die if you lose all your rings. You just sit there with no rings.
And you lose that bonus, obviously.
Yeah, you do lose that bonus, obviously. But, I don't know. I think it's just a more solid level than Press Guard. Press Guard in Act 1 and Press Guard in Act 2, to me, are very, very, very different stages. There's, like, no correlation between the two stages. To me, Press Guard is like they had two different ideas for a zone, but they couldn't have both of them, so they just mashed them into one zone, which to me is actually what makes it worse, because you don't flesh out the idea of your zone. You get halfway through it, and then you stop and do something else. That's one of the reasons why I don't like Press Garden, is because it feels like two different zones mashed into one. And they don't dedicate enough time to each individual zone to flesh them out. Versus me, Oil Ocean feels like a more concise and finished, idea.
Only problem, that seahorses belong on aquatic level. Therefore, Oil Ocean is an aquatic level, and therefore it's bad.
Okay, that's understandable. Have a good day.
F-tier. All right. This one's so this is like the best stage ever, obviously. So this goes to top of S tier.
This is definitely in the top of S tier. I don't think it's the top of S tier. I think this is on the same level. I think these three stages are all on the same level. Studiopolis, Lava Reef Mania, and Lava Reef Sonic 3. I think those are all three in the same tier.
Okay. I personally think it's better than original Lava Reef, but that's mostly aesthetic stuff.
Yeah, I think it's aesthetics. That's the reason why I put it above, is it's aesthetically. But I'm not going to say that makes it a better stage, because that's unfair. That would be unfair. They're the same stage, just one has an aesthetical,
So since we're mostly done with this list, Sonic 3 and Knuckles is Ice Cap is just the best stage.
I enjoy it the most. I don't have hardly any problems with that stage. I do have one minuscule minor problem, and it's the spring pads. But playing in single player makes because tails will bounce up and down on them whenever you're trying to bounce up.
Oh yeah, you're right.
But that problem actually isn't all that bad. It isn't horrendously. It's just a minor annoyance. And 2, playing in single player completely gets rid of the problem entirely. So to me, it's not really that big of a deal.
Yeah, personally, the only thing that drags down for me, other than I remember one time when I was little, I got stuck on the looping part, but that's because I was being dumb.
Sorry, just to move on, I'm putting this right here. I didn't really care for the original stage, and I don't really care for it.
It's got CD-ified.
Yeah, it is CD-ified. I do think it's better than the CD version, but it's pretty low on the tier list to me.
Worse than Launch Base Zone.
I'm not gonna lie, I really want to put Starlight Zone higher on this, but that's purely out of biased reasons. I
honestly, you know what? If you put now that I think about it, if you put it above Mushroom Hill, I wouldn't complain. Mushrooms. I
want to put Starlight Zone right here. This is where I really want to put Starlight Zone. It's right here.
It takes a while for the stream to. No,
that's really where I want to put it.
Hold on a second.
Objectively speaking, I don't think it's the better stage of Press Garden. I don't think it's objectively better than Press Garden. But biasly speaking, this entire back end area of A tier is dripping with bias to me. All of these are here for biased reasons. And personally, I like these better. Objectively speaking, it would probably be Press Garden, Metallic Madness, then probably Mania. Mania, Flying Battery, and then probably maybe Starlight Zone, and then Mushroom Hill, or those two could probably be interchangeable on an objective level. But me personally, this is how I like it.
Okay.
Egg Revere Zone, I don't actually care for this zone too much. I don't think it's a bad stage.
Titanic Monarch?
Titanic Monarch, you're right.
Okay, here's the problem with it. It doesn't suffer from the same problem most Sonic games suffer from, where they get the later stages just kind of like not as fun because it's harder.
Mm-hmm.
But it's relatively boring. Like the stage music, first of all, is not memorable.
This is a boring ass stage. I'm gonna put it below. I might put it in between these two.
I would put it below Launch Base Zone almost.
Maybe, but I don't think that it's. Yeah, I think that's fair. I would probably put it there.
It's definitely below Hydra City.
Yeah, it's probably below the original Chemical Plant too. I don't think it's a bad stage. It's a really, really good final stage. It's just boring. I don't like it aesthetically. I don't like the music. Its stage gimmicks are not fun and are usually just iterations of previously existing stage gimmicks. There's nothing really original with it. I don't know. This year, is this the Egg Revere Zone? The last one here?
Yeah, the last one's the boss one. It's on par with Doomsday in many ways.
I'm putting it below Doomsday.
I died more often playing that than Doomsday. That's the only reason for me.
Yeah, that too. I like Doomsday Zone more. But that's my personal tier list. Some of these were like influenced.
I argue some of them.
Yeah. This is my personal tier list. I think I would like to do tier list again sometime. But we would do it differently. I think we would do it differently. I think we would actually share our tier lists and set them up individually rather than all work on one tier list, We would select a tier list,
List versing.
And we would all do the tier list, but we would all set it up. And I don't think I'd be able to share all of our screens at the same time, but It
will be interesting.
We can still share the results of the tier list, all three of our tier lists, if you wanted to join, of course, Reese. But I like tier lists. I enjoy ranking things.
I like doing it because it makes you actually critically think about the stages or what you're looking at.
Yeah, of course, there's also bias, but if you can put your bias aside on some things,
it's also fun to think about your biases.
Yeah, it is fun to think about them too. What was you saying, Reese?
Unlike you.
I'm sorry if in my character tier list I put all of the exact same characters in the exact same rank. I should have just
Sonic, not Sonic.
Thinking about it, because me and Reese did a tier list. We recorded a tier list a while ago. I really need to edit that and upload it because it was a really fun video that we both recorded. I ended up putting I noticed that there are a lot of characters that had the same personality, and it's a personality that I hate, and I put them all in the same rank, and I should have just made a separate rank for them, now that I think about it.
Oof. I'm happy with this tier list, though. I don't agree with all of it, but I like it.
It's my tier list. Fuck you, no, I'm kidding. Yeah, I think I like this tier list. I enjoyed it. We filled out an entire other hour. I thought this would take 30 minutes, but we spent an entire hour on this.
Tier lists take up a lot of time, surprisingly.
Yeah.
If it was 3 games, it would have been shorter, but if it was 2 games, it would have been much shorter.
What's probably going to happen is I'm probably going to actually edit this video and cut it in half. I'm going to cut this part out, and I'm going to upload the dev stream part as its own thing.
Yeah. I'm going to have to go eat something, honestly.
Yeah, I'm going to have to eat some soon here, too. What is the one problem with the tier list, Ezrio? It's missing a stage?
It doesn't have Jet Set Radio.
No. It doesn't have any of the special stages either. That's actually surprising now to think about it. It doesn't have... Is it missing a stage? Is it really missing a stage, or are you just memeing? Oh, you're memeing. Your mom. Haha, very funny. Your Mom Zone Act 1. But
Sonic
anyway,
Fusion looks interesting.
I'm going to cut this stream in half whenever I upload it. I'm going to upload this tier part, or this tier list thing in its own separate video. But the dev stream, as per usual, will be uploaded next Monday on the 14th. And then we're going to hold our next dev stream on the 21st, which is the week of Christmas. If no one else ends up on the if no one else on the team ends up showing up due to Christmas holiday stuff, I wouldn't blame you guys. I'm going to be here.
No,
I'm probably
here.
Say what?
It's because you'll be there.
Yeah. I'll be here. I'll still hold it. I'll still show off what we end up doing.
I'll probably still be there.
If people end up getting busy for the holidays, that's understandable. But I'm not going to be busy for the holidays, or at least the 21st.
And get busy.
Yeah, our next dev stream is on the 21st of December. Hope everyone has a great day. I hope you enjoyed this. Like I said, we didn't really have a whole lot to show off in the dev stream today. It only lasted, the actual dev stream part only lasted an hour because we bullshitted through most of it like we normally do. But I'm like, all right, I want to spend the rest of this time on a tier list. I actually wanted to do this, so I'm glad we did. I had fun with this.
I'm glad you thought of this.
It's good.
I had a lot of fun making this tier list. I enjoyed it. So we might do it again in the future. I hope everyone had a good day. I need food. Emmanuel needs food. Reese needs to be British, I guess. I don't know. Probably tea.
Yes.
So we will see everybody next time, and we hope everyone has a great day.
All right. Bye-bye.